Are you ready to unlock your coaching potential? Because I'm going to give you some strategies for maximum impact with minimal time. In today's fast-paced coaching and consulting landscape, maximizing your impact while minimizing the time spent on low value activities is crucial for your sustainable success. And today we're going to talk about some practical strategies to help you create more value for your clients while you can reduce unnecessary times on things like sales calls and social media. We're going to dive into four areas today. We're going to talk about strategic content creation, client-centric activities, leveraging technology, as well as effective management of time. And all of these are designed to transform your coaching and consulting business so that you create more impact in a heck of a lot less time. So let's start by talking about strategic keyword content creation because it is about quality over quantity. I want to help you be positioned as an expert, as a thought leader. So you want to establish creation blocks, times where you work on content that is dedicated, not just I'm going to open Facebook and post something. I'm going to go to LinkedIn and just post any old thing. And when you're strategic in your content creation, you use diverse formatting. This is going beyond social media posting. So rather than spending hours scrolling through social media and looking at daily updates, I want you to shift your focus. It's about creating meaningful, in-depth content that genuinely resonates with your exact target audience. You want to schedule specific blocks when you can be creative for content creation. And that will allow you to not constantly be switching tasks, which truly drains your productivity. Also, you should be exploring formats beyond social media, things like blogs and podcasts and webinars and challenges and master classes and micro trainings, emails, newsletters, things that actually provide lasting value for your prospects. When you do engage on social media platforms, focus on meaningful interactions, not a bunch of likes. Think about how can I build relationships versus being a passive consumer of what is put in front of me. The second step is then having meaningful client and prospect engagement. And to me, that is the heart of impact. So how do we do that? You dive deep into your prospects or your client needs. When you truly understand their unique goals, their challenges, their aspirations, then you can truly give them personalized coaching and consulting right on social media that helps with their specific situation. Second, develop actionable plans. Help the people that are responding create measurable action plans. Give them strategies that will help them move towards their goals and focus on every time that you're sharing with someone, you're helping them, whether it's on the phone, whether it's on Zoom, whether it's on social media, guiding them as an expert, helping to give them some significant impact that will really create an outcome for them. And of course, doing regular progress check-ins. How are things going? What are your challenges? Where can I support you? And lovingly holding people accountable. In my experience, being in this industry for so many decades, the most impactful work happens during direct client and prospect interactions. And by prioritizing these moments, you're going to be able to give people great value while naturally reducing the perceived need for this constant belief that you have to be on social media. It's important that you leverage technology so you can work smarter, not harder. Choose the right platforms. Only use platforms that streamline scheduling, communications, and tracking, right? Facebook is great at that. LinkedIn is great at that. Threads is great at that. IG, not quite as great. Automate routines. You should have systems for repetitive tasks, things that remind you, resources that you can share. If I have a post that did really well, I'll modify it and reshare it. Next, embrace virtual. You want to be doing online coaching, consulting, strategizing, advising. It is not about in-person meetings anymore. And the world shifted in 2020 big time. And if you haven't caught up with that shift, it is time. You don't need people coming to an office. You don't need to drive to their homes. It's just not the way business is being done. As you know, so many things have changed. And as we say, we're not going back. And finally, track results. Analytics measure effectiveness and guide improvement. I'll say that in my experience, the right technology dramatically reduces time spent on admin kind of tasks, while really allowing you to do what you want to do. I only want to coach and consult. I don't want to do anything else. So you want to look at platforms that are designed where you can pre-schedule. I do all my pre-scheduling directly in Meta, where you can talk to people and be in the DMs with them, where you can track the progress of your conversations and share resources. We do that in Loom videos and with Google Docs right in the DMs. Automation tools can handle so many routine tasks, tasks that would drain your time, from reminders, things like Calendly, appointment reminders, Zoom reminders, emails, things that free you to stay in your zone of genius so you can focus on high value activities that really require your expertise and your human touch. Now I'm going to talk about something that's super important, and that is setting boundaries. You have to protect your most valuable resource. The one thing you can never get back in life is time. Anytime you consciously decide to give someone your time, you are taking time away from something or someone in your life that could be a greater priority, that could be gone from your life tomorrow or today, or in the 5 minutes where you decided to go goof off and do something or spend time with a prospect that was unnecessary and maybe missed out with an elderly parent, a young child, your partner, because people leave at any moment. We don't know our checkout dates. So I do time blocking, and I share this with my client family members. I designate specific hours for different activities. There are times that I do client sessions, and only those times. There are times that I do Zooms, only those times. There are times that I'm on social media, only those times. There are time blocks for content creation, video creation, administration. And there's explicit times in my calendar that are marked red, which means no social media blocks, no email, no notifications. In today's world, you do have to protect your digital boundaries. I use ad blocks. I have an ad blocker on my phone, my iPad, and every computer I own. I see no ads in Google, YouTube, or any social media platform. I also use Newsfeed Eradicator on Facebook. I do not see the newsfeed. I don't need to know that you wish a happy heavenly birthday to grandma who's been dead for 100 years, or that your cat is sick and we should pray for your cat, or you ate peanut butter for lunch. That is not content creation or value. And those are people who are using Facebook the way it was originally designed, not the way the algorithm works today, nor the fact that it is a platform for content creation and not sharing family photos. So I don't have notification settings on. I designate devices that literally separate my work from my life. And I would recommend that you do what I have my clients do, a digital sunset. That will allow you to shut off digital media and have a better mental framework and good night's sleep. One of the other boundaries needs to be client parameters. There has to be, with each client, established communication, clear guidelines about your availability. My client family members reach me in a Slack channel. I am there Monday through Thursday from 9 to 5 Eastern. That's it. The response time is always same day. I don't do email. I don't do any other form. I don't respond in Messenger. Those are my client parameters. Think about it this way. Boundaries aren't selfish. They're essential as a business owner to sustain your energy and effectiveness. And when you clearly define when and how you're going to engage with clients, when and how you're going to engage on social media, you have then created the space that you need for deep work and renewal. Remember, you need to model healthy boundaries. That number one demonstrates your value as a leader. If you're like, oh, I'll meet with any client anywhere, sure, I'll drive to your home, come to my office at 8 o'clock at night, fine, I'll drop something off on a Sunday morning. What you're teaching people is that you lack leadership and boundaries, and they can do the same to you. You're not teaching your clients principles, and you're going to literally be giving up part of your life because you're not making your life a priority. There's an art, in my experience, to strategic prioritization. So I identify high value based priorities. These are activities that have a direct impact on my client outcomes and on my business growth, which are both essential. I map out tasks according to both importance as well as urgency. I also audit time usage. So I did this when I first started all of the strategic prioritization. I looked at how I was currently spending my time and have all my client family members do this. So they track it for about 1 to 2 weeks. And when they start noting patterns, they reveal hidden time drains. They reveal social media that's a waste, admin tasks that are a waste. And then I always say apply the 80-20 rule. Focus on the 20% of activities that generate 80% of your results. So, what you're working on is eliminating, delegating, and minimizing tasks that do not significantly contribute to your most important objectives with clients and business growth. And one of my favorite sentences, and it's one word because this one word is a full sentence, is this: no. Develop clear professional responses for declining opportunities. Was invited to be part of a telesummit. Thank you. I'm honored. No, I don't have to explain why, and I don't have to give alternatives. When you begin effective prioritization, you're going to have clarity about your goals, and you're going to be able to make choices very quickly. Is this important in my life? Is this the last minute in life? Is it most important that I go play pickleball with a friend, or is it more important that I go have dinner with my kids or take my partner out? Where's your priority? Okay, that's the question. When you get ruthlessly focused on high impact activities, you're naturally going to spend less time on low impact things like social media and unwanted calls and prospecting that's going nowhere. Let's talk just for a moment about optimizing your sales approach. First of all, you should really qualify your leads. You should have a major screening system so you're never talking to anyone that doesn't make sense, which is why we use applications on all of our websites, on our podcast, for Zooms. You cannot get in front of me, have a meeting with me or my team unless you are well qualified. And this is the number one thing that I teach in sales. And I will say 80% of people that I work with just talk to anyone. And they waste tons of time and miss out on their family time. Second, prepare thoroughly. So if I'm going to meet with someone, I'm going to have them on my podcast, whatever it might be, I research and I customize the approach. I go to LinkedIn, I look at their profile, I go to Facebook, I look at their profile. If they're a business owner, I look at their website. I am well prepared for a conversation. Next, I structure every call, every Zoom, every in-person meeting, whatever it is, to be efficient. I have an agenda. I have time limits. I've had client family members that can stay on the phone for an hour, right? So I start my calls like this. And I'm going to use a real person's name. Hey, Karen, just coincident. The agenda for the call is that we're going to cover blah, blah, blah. We literally have 20 minutes to do that. So, while we can make chit chat and check in on how we all are and our families are, I'm really here to help you. So let's get right into it. I'm going to set my timer for 20 minutes because I do have another meeting to go to. That's how I am sure that my meetings don't run over. And then finally, optimizing your sales approach should be about focusing on value, emphasizing outcomes that your clients can get rather than spending hours on unfocused meetings and calls. You need a strategic approach that respects your time as well as the prospect's time. Implement, again, a pre-qualification process. So you only ever talk to people who are highly qualified, genuinely interested, and that you would hope to become a client. We have standardized and yet very personal frameworks for our sales conversations. We have ready to go email templates. We have our value proposition laid out. Yet, in every conversation, we are there listening, not talking, not thinking of what we're going to say next, not interrupting someone because we think of something brilliant to say, but truly being quiet, zipping our lips, and understanding the client's needs. Always set clear expectations and what next steps are. It's important in your business that you have systems for consistent client results, right? Everything from onboarding people with a structured welcome process. We have structured emails, we have structured videos, we have forms to gather key information, ways that we still build their excitement. We have assessments, we have goal setting frameworks. We also have a resource library. We have all of our best templates, our best exercises, worksheets, resources. We have what I call a progress pathway, clear milestone markers guiding clients through their journey. And then if you have a system where clients leave, you can have a graduation protocol celebrating their achievements and then moving them up, leveling them up to like an alumni status. When you systemize your coaching, consulting, advising, mentoring, strategist, whatever you do, it does not diminish personalization. It actually provides consistent quality with every client getting the same thing, yet with your personal attention. And every business needs standard operating systems and procedures. And if you don't have them and you want to sell your business and I want to take it over, I would never do that. I want you to hand me, what do you say to clients? What's the application? What's the first thing I do? What are the forms? What do I do? Every single thing should be an SOP. Ours are done by video. Some people actually have written SOPs. If I ever choose to sell Heartrepreneur, someone could easily just follow our SOPs. So you want to systemize your approach, again, not diminishing personalization. And my experience is with every industry that I've worked in, and I have worked in, so many industries at this point, clarity and structure and systems really help clients and free up your time and theirs. So I like to think of this as creating a sustainable content ecosystem. You've got your core content, whether that's blogs, articles, social media posts, newsletters, emails. A lot of my client family members and we use comprehensive guides, PDF, templates, checklists, journals, ebooks, all kinds of resources that we give clients, which is why we are seen as thought leaders, right? If I'm an advisor and you're an advisor and it's like, oh, let's get on a Zoom and there you are. And I go, not only are we going to get on a Zoom, I'm going to send you a PDF about this. I'm going to send you an article about this. I'm going to send you a tip sheet about this. I'm the thought leader. You're not. Second, if you have webinars or workshop recordings or tidbits that you can send, that helps. It could be, here's 3 things to consider when creating your life plan, or here's 3 things to consider when hiring a strategist or an advisor. Very simple. So I create 1 to 2 times monthly, very simple presentations. And I use AI, Gamma, GAMMA.ai to turn them into PowerPoints. Takes me less than 17 seconds to do that. Your content also should be what I call derivative, which means take this video. This is a long video. I can extract core pieces from this video and I can share it across platforms. I could take quotes out of here, create graphics. I could do short video clips, snippets as reels, as stories, if you use TikTok as a TikTok video. I can have my team create infographics from this video. I can also create brief LinkedIn or Instagram posts or a blog or a LinkedIn article. This one video, we are going to chop into 9 pieces of content pieces, and we're going to schedule them strategically. So this kind of an ecosystem ensures that you're always creating high value without constantly starting from scratch. And when you focus your energy on producing high, substantive pieces like this, and it's occasional. I normally don't do long videos like this. This is going to be repurposed everywhere. I have major visibility with very little time spent. The key is to plan your content calendar. Things like I batch together my writing, my blogging, my recording, my podcasting, my team, they batch their graphic design. It not only improves efficiency, it actually improves workflow. So I'm going to finally give you an implementation plan. I call it your 30-day productivity transformation. What I just taught you, if you apply it, literally will decrease the time you spend on social media. These are studies from my own clients for about 15%, where you stop the scrolling and you maintain massive engagement. Secondly, it will give you about 25% of dedicated time to really focus on your clients and outcomes. Third, my clients report about a 40% time saving on admin tasks and a 90%, catch this, client satisfaction on improved focus on clients. So I want you to begin your transformation. Implement this plan for 30 days. Start by establishing your productivity baseline. Then introduce just one new strategy that I taught you per week. Definitely track your progress. Look at your key performance indicators. And I'm going to leave you with this. Remember that productivity is not about doing more. It is about achieving greater impact with focused effort. And when you strategically reduce time spent on things like social media or unfocused activities, chit-chatting with friends in a group chat, or whatever it is, you're all watching the same TV show and you're talking in a group chat and there's hundreds of conversations that are wasting your time and your energy and really aren't adding value to your life or theirs, whatever it is. It allows you to really focus on the deep work to help more people and to grow your business. If this has been helpful, please let us know. I am truly here to help you. I do a lot of videos, free coaching and consulting in the Facebook group, Heartrepreneurs. So add an S to that, heartrepreneurs.com. Thanks for joining me. Bye now.